Alright, so simplifying surds. So the idea of simplifying a surd is we're going to make the number inside the square root sign as small as possible. So here we got x. We want to make x as small as possible, and do this by splitting x into factors. And then we need one of those factors to be a square number. So square numbers are 4, 9, 16, 25, so on and so forth. Numbers you can get by squaring something else. So let's see how that works. For example, so if we're trying to find the square root of 32 and we want to simplify this, so we need to split this into factors. So we can say 32, we can get that by timesing 4 and 8. So we can go 4 times 8. So we've got 4 times 8, which is good because 4 is a perfect squared number. So now what we can do is, because we've got a times in the middle of the square root sign here, we can split it into 2. So this can become equals the square root of 4 times the square root of 8. So then the square root of 4 just becomes 2. So we've got 2 times the square root of 8. But this 8 can get even smaller as well, because this 8 can be written as 2 times 4. So again we can split that as 2 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 4. And then once again the square root of 4 is just 2, so that gives us 2 times the square root of 2, which equals 4 the square root of 2, which is our answer. So that's kind of what you're aiming for. Now you could do this another way, because 32 has other factors. 32 you could also split it straight into equals 16 times 2. This also works well because 16 is also a square number. So if we split this in half, we get the square root of 16 times the square root of 2. The square root of 16 is 4, so we end up with 4 square root 2, which is the same answer. So we got there by 2 different methods, but same answer. So the only other complication is if there's a number out the front of the square root, but that's not too much trouble. You kind of just do the same thing, but you leave it as times out the front. So this is just 8 times the square root of 90. If we're going to split 90 into factors, some good factors are 9 times 10. So we can split that into 2, so we've got 8 times the square root of 9 times the square root of 10. Square root of 9 is just 3, so we got 8 times 3 times the square root of 10, which is 24 times the square root of 10. Now 10 is quite a big number still, but there's no perfect squares that can be factors of it. The only factors of 10 that we've got would be 1, 10, 2, and 5. So none of these are perfect squares, so we can't actually get that down any smaller. So our final answer is then just 24 square root 10. Easy.